Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the den tonight. I hope that each and every one of you are doing well. I hope that life is treating you with the utmost respect that you deserve. We have to talk about something this evening that I thought we beat the dead horse, we beheaded the dead horse, we made jewelry out of the bones of the dead horse, but yet somehow the dead horse has come back for yet some more beating. But some new information has come out about this dead horse that makes it worse than ever. We'll get to that. But if you're not familiar with the Den show, discussing everything normally, I've decided to stick with that for now. And I'm your host, Ed Hodger, right? And so there's something I say about this community that we have here in the Den. A very special community, very special people. A dysfunctional family, if you will, right? We're not all friends of them. We tried that. We tried to all be friends of them, but that shit didn't work. But anyway, we're gonna talk about Will. We're gonna talk about Jada. We're gonna talk about this stupid shit that we're still. I mean, I'm gonna talk about everybody. Everybody involved except for Chris. Chris Rock is innocent. But again, the reason why I say this is the special little community because this community makes up the best show on the internet, right? And the reason why I say it's the best is because of you, the viewer, you, wherever you may be in the world. Tonight, the fact that you chose to come out and, hang with the Den folk, the fact that you allowed me to be a part of your life this evening is always greatly appreciated. Never take it for granted, even if I am looking a little extra greasy, right? Um, but I thank you. I thank you for being here. I thank you for letting me in your life. We're going to talk about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, and if you haven't heard, and I've only briefly got the gist. I don't even need to know the whole story. All I need to hear was that piece of information, right? I don't need to know anything else. But we're going to talk about the situation and why what Will did a while back, because grief it's been that long, is even worse. It's even worse now than when he did it. So we're going to get into that. But let's see who we have joining us this evening. See what all wonderful folks we have in the conversation tonight. Let me change the background. Oh, this background isn't suitable. Where's my little regular background there? It's like the little sun. I don't know. If you go with the night stars, it's the evening time. It's not quite sunset. It's more of the night stars what's in the background. Yes, a nice dinny. Look at the fucking picture ain't even big enough. Ain't that about a bitch? Well, I tell you, niggas. Niggas and people who make pictures. All right. So anyway, let's see what we got joining us this evening. Let's have a great conversation. Shout out to everybody who attended, partook in Tubi Tuesday yesterday. A real interesting watch. I don't know where it ranks yet on my Tubi Tuesday so far, but I don't think it's at the top. It was a very interesting one. But shout out to the lovely Miss D the Gamma. What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out AB. M5, what's the motherfucking deal? The lovely Miss Bell Northside. I don't drink Southern Styles tea. It's just too sugary. It's not for me. Shout out to Miss Bell. It's all an illusion. What's the motherfucking deal? That's a bet. Look, I'm gonna put that look. Let me put this in the. I'm gonna start calling these show notes because I don't even know. That doesn't even make sense. But yeah, I will put that in the reminder. I got a pen here. We will all have a group listening session of fucking YouTube didn't ban you from everything. I do it now. I do it now. Oh, that's funny. Let me see. Ken, what's up, young Ken in the building? Always good to see you, young man. What's the motherfucking deal? Make Vice. What's the motherfucking deal? Time traveling Texas. What's the motherfucking deal? Eastside, my boy. What's the motherfucking deal? Always good to see you. The artist formerly known as Dr. Rabbit, HT Jason. What's the motherfucking deal? How you doing this evening? Let's see. Delta Echo Golf Roger Charlie Villanueva. Anyway, so let's talk about it. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff going on in the world, right? So originally we were going to talk about what happens when the lights go out. And then I saw this, and I told y'all I've been on my mission to chase a little bit of clout. I don't know if it's working or not, but eventually one of them will do something, right? But we are more than 2/3 away because I said we had to get to like what was it for the channel to get monetized again? It was like it was like 3,000 hours. I think we're like at 2,200. So shout out to everybody who has been randomly watching Den videos in the background and just letting them play for whatever reason. I appreciate you so very much for that. Um, let me see. What else? It was something else. Um, I was going to discuss, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, for those who don't know, right? Just this is just what came out. I don't even know where it came from, but I saw it trending all over the everywheres, and I'm like, we got to talk about this because this makes me upset. It doesn't really make me upset. It just makes me like, damn, why? Right? Like this makes me look more of a monkey than ever. Because remember when this happened, there were women coming out and chanting, Will was defending his woman. She had a disability. You guys are making fun of her and her alopecia, right? Like all this stupid shit. And it's just like we looked up the medical definition of alopecia is any kind of hair loss. So like everybody named mama has alopecia because it's just a thing that happens to people, right? So anyway, whatever. And so Will made a mockery of himself, lost himself some endorsements and some opportunities. Again, he's still Will Smith. I mean, whatever. But definitely people kind of shied away from him. A lot of people made fun of him. He came back, cried, and apologized, and Chris Rock did a special about him. And, they kind of brought everything back up and everybody laughed at him again. Right? Then people were mad at Chris Rock, which I don't in any situation outside of presenting at an award show, right? Understandable. But Chris Rock did the right thing, right? Because with all these motherfuckers who talking about Chris Rock, like y'all don't understand. Chris Rock saved niggerdom, right? Y'all don't realize what would like if Chris Rock would have got into a scuffle, right? A round of fisticuffs with Will Smith's right on that stage, right? It wouldn't have been about what Will Smith did. It would have been like, look, niggas can't act right. No, that would have been in there. Black men can't act right anywhere. Now, by him not retaliating, it was just about Will Smith, right? But y'all tried to call him all kind of bitches and everything else. He did the right thing for the image of black men as a whole. Because if he'd got in the fight and they'd got fighting on the fucking stage, it'd have been a whole different. You wouldn't have seen a black presenter. You a black nigga motherfucker wouldn't have won an award in that bitch for the next 20 years, right? And y'all always cry, the Oscars so white. Like that's what it kills me too, right? It's those weirdo woke blacks. They're always begging for white people's attention, right? Like people are people. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm gonna treat you just like anybody else, right? And I may point out the fact that you got a different skin tone and jest. We all have our differences. That's what makes us special, kind of. But it's what makes it fun. But sitting here, people who like cry about the Oscars. It's a fucking white award show. Like white people go make your own fucking award show. But then you go to the BET Awards, you don't give a fuck about that shit. Why? Why? Because you're not getting the validation you want. But if they would have fought on that stage, it would have been a bad reputation for black men as a whole because they'd be like, look, even the actors, the little sissy actors, they can't even control themselves. Look at those Negroes. You can't take them out in public. It would have been bad, right? It would have been real bad. Um, George Floyd would have been rolling over in his grave. He'd have been so upset about that. Anyway, you talk about Will Smith, right? And I'm not even really bringing up that whole thing. I'm bringing up a certain caveat that was recently discovered. And when you look back at when he did what he did and why allegedly he did what he did, and all the people who said, oh, he was so wrong, he was just being a man, he was protecting, all those people now look really fucking foolish, right? And even myself, because I didn't know the full details, know what it did. We all talked about it with what information we had, right? We all speculate. But even the men who said Will looked like a buffoon for doing what he did were right. Right? They were right. And everybody said, so you're not a real man. Anyway, I say all this to say, I say this to say, you said we were doing a whole Oscar crew. Yeah, exactly. And imagine they had a fight. You'd have a whole black Oscar crew and you got two black men on stage fighting. It would have set us back 13 years. But nah, you got shit like this going on. Anyway, all of that to say that, I guess Jada does what Jada does every couple of months when she doesn't feel like she's getting enough attention, which is going to be, y'all mark my motherfucking words, right? I'm going to start using mark my motherfucking words in the den as well as the sauce. Mark my motherfucking words. Tia Mowry is going to go down a similar path. I don't want to say a similar path as Jada because she's not married. It's going to be a weird situation. But she's going to go down pardon me. She's going to go down a path of dysfunction, right? and she's not going to be able to, like, one, she's already talking to us. She's already showing she can't handle. She can't keep her fucking innermost thoughts to herself. She got to tweet about it, put all in it. So when she gets out there and see how it really is, she's going to take a couple niggas to fuck on her and dump her, and she's going to realize, I fucked Travis's sister, nigga, yeah, bitch. That shit was underrated. But, like, a couple niggas will play it and she's going to wish she stayed in the situation she was in because, again, grass ain't always green on the other side. The grass is greener where you fucking water it, right? And that's the outcome you see other people having. And it's not going to be the outcome that you're having. Some people are willing to do more and accept less and make it look like something. You get out there and, you didn't play yourself. Anyway, say all of this to say Will Smith went up and slapped a man doing his job on stage, slapped a black man, another black man, black Wakanda power people, over a woman who he's been separated from for 7 years, right? Right? Yeah, also, yeah, I definitely wouldn't. I definitely don't think he should do that. So, no, look, when the lights go out, it's when the lights really go out, it's not gonna be no, it's gonna be a different thing. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. But yeah, like she has a show. I didn't know she had a show. Um, but that's my thing. Like, so you went out and you slapped this over a woman who has embarrassed you, and but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Will is doing it to himself. So I'm gonna tell you what Will is doing. And remember when I told you it's like I won't say it's a little honor in being a man. It's little appreciation in being a man. Like a man, if you do everything you're supposed to be doing, it's like being an offensive lineman. You don't get any recognition, right? It's just supposed to be that way. Um, Will Smith is a guy who said what he didn't want to do the divorce thing, right? And so obviously she knows that. Obviously he's going to try to do things to hopefully win her favor back for whatever reason. I'm gonna be honest. Like you look at her, she got that evil weird. And I'm gonna be honest, Jada didn't really age well. Y'all always talking about black don't crack. Jada didn't really age well, right? So we got to do some research. We're gonna have to do some ancestry DNA, 23andMe's on fucking Jada because Jada did not age well. Like, come on. Like it's like a billion other bitches that age much better than Jada. Anyway, I say all that to say this woman is publicly embarrassed you. She probably, again under the guise of possibly getting back to, well, let's come on my show and we'll talk about it and see. And she's just using you, making a spectacle out of you. She's just, like demeaning you in all kind of way. And then she just, she's to the point where she don't even give a fuck anymore, right? Oh, we've been separated for 7, like, damn. So why are y'all doing the shit that you're doing? Like, it makes Will look like a complete bitch. Like he looked like a bitch for doing it. Like, that's a bitch ass shit. And he already looked like a bitch for the little what they call her? What was it? What did she call that shit? The fucking August Alsina shit. What was the word? I forgot the fucking word, right? You know, but they look like a robot. Yes, she do look like a robot. Um, but entanglement, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the entanglement, right? She came on here and embarrassed him with the entanglement and all that. But again, Will signed up for this shit. Like, it's a point as a man, we handle things way differently, right? And you know, if you've been long term in something as a man, you know that no one can tap into your soul in a bad way like your significant other, right? Like your significant other can say things, especially if you've ever dealt with a black. She will, and she'll do it. And she'll do it. We don't tell women shit. Um, she'll do it. And they'll reach into that evil play. I don't know. It's something in women, right? You know what they say, the love turns to hate. And when they don't like you again, what she did. I'm gonna tell you what happened with Jada. Now I'm sitting here just actually thinking about it. Jada got with Will, like fuck it, can't get Pac. I'm gonna do whatever. Hey, what is it? My hands itching. It's a lotto time. There's a lotto drawing to go. I bought me a ticket. I hope y'all got y'all ticket. I'm scratching my left hand. Palm itching. Is it lotto time? If I just up and disappear and y'all don't ever see the den for like, not let me not say that because I've actually done that before. If tonight y'all don't see me after tonight, then I probably fucking won the lottery. And it was nice knowing y'all. I'm gonna send some of y'all some money. I ain't gonna tell y'all who. If you get just some random uh a random big check, you'll get it'll be like a Willy Wonka golden ticket kind of thing. You gotta just meet me at this address. Come along, be there, or else. But anyway, what happened is Will and Jada got together. Jada was like, "Fuck it, Will, up and coming star. Fuck, I'll be with this guy. Not what I want, but whatever." But what she did was over the years, she began to despise the decision that she made, right? But now you got kids, you got things like that. So she has this ego and this image, this public perception I want to try. I don't want to look like the bad guy in public. Plus, this guy makes a lot of money and he can probably take care of my lifestyle because I don't do a whole lot of nothing. Um, so she began to despise that decision. And now she's doing things to like it's passive aggressive, really. But so she doesn't look like she's being malicious. She's probably just walking in her truth, right? She's just probably walking in her truth. That's all. Um, but that's the thing. It's crazy. Like it's a wild thing. Dakota's here. Oh, terrible. Feel like we all just got a little shorter. But no, like it's a situation where man, like and a lot of people, and it's a lot of women like that with the passive aggressive stuff. So it's like when you really call it out, with the what is the gas line? Well, I didn't do it. I didn't say anything. And you're like, but again, a man knows if you've been with a woman like only she knows how to just because she studied you, right? And if you've made the mistake, it's a mistake of being vulnerable with a woman, um, she's going to use that against you at some point in time. Just it may be 20 fucking years down the line, but it's going to be some point in time when you've done something to upset her in some manner, and she's going to like reach deep into the archives, and she's going to just pull that folder out. Remember this time, you bitch ass nigga, yeah, right. So, well, Will was a golden boy. Will would have never cheated. He should have been busting Margot Robbie up. But anyway, uh, they better see if he'd have went white, he'd have been doing all right. Anyway, so yeah, to me this is crazy, right? So like, think about this. Think about this. Who would do something? And I mean, this dynamic tells you that she is the power player in this whole thing because if Will was the one that said he wanted a separation, he wouldn't be going on stage making a monkey of himself, right? Um, if she was the one trying to get, to reconcile the things, she would be moving in a completely different behavior, right? She's wanting to increase the divide. Jada's ultimate goal, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, right? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Oh, yeah, of course they are, right? Man, I need proof. Y'all got alleged affairs, right? I need to see proof. We got proof with Jada the Panther. Ain't no cougar. It's a damn panther, right? She looked like a Black Panther mask in the face. Anyway, but yeah, right. I don't really give a fuck about Will. Like I really don't, because he played himself. Like, and I get it. You know, maybe he's trying to make him. I mean, you just call it. You got money, bro. You just fuck it and start over while you kind of still got some time. Will, like, throw that whole familial unit away and get you fucked that one up. You got like enough time and money to get another one, and or maybe like clone some of your own DNA. Well, I don't. You figure out you got money, but you need a new family unit because that one you bomb, bro. Like just you completely fucked that up. Like you need a daddy mulligan because that whole everything came out wrong. Like everything that could have came out wrong with that family did. But like I was saying, what Jada ultimately wants to do, right? I be getting all over. I tell you, I be trying to bring it back. I'll be everywhere, but I try to bring it back. What Jada ultimately wants to do is, I think she wants to make Will go against his own ideal or his principle, right? But he said that he didn't want to, he didn't believe her. I think she wants to make him divorce her, right? What? That was just a vacation. When did Will go on vacation? When did I need receipts. I don't believe he was probably preparing for a movie role in which he had some kind of Latin female co-star. So he's probably learning Spanish. De La Rosa, that sounds like a Spanish name to me, right? De La Rosa, that sounds Spanish. He's probably just learning like Spanish. That's probably she's probably a Spanish tutor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's probably a Spanish. Y'all call her a model. She's just probably a decent looking Spanish tutor. And y'all trying to make what he was trying to get away and be in an authentic tropical, Hispanic environment. And so he just got the Spanish tutor in the Hispanic beach, wherever they went. And see, y'all tripping. Y'all lying to my boy. I ain't even trying to hear that shit. So but again, what Jada wants to do is, like I say, it's just a real devious, it's a real fucked up thing. Like I think she's gonna continue. I think she has so much more that she can say, do, and I know it. And I feel like it's just gonna slowly come out more because the thing, no matter what the fuck she says, women are gonna support her. Like they're gonna be about her because she's a woman. Like that's what women do. Oh, she's a woman. It could have. He probably punched her in the face and kicked her in the butt cheek. That's why she's doing what she's like. He'll just make up some shit. That Will hung her off the balcony and choked her like Michael Jackson had that baby. That's what he does. Why she's acting like this. Like y'all will say a man did just the most all outrageous stuff, and that the women just can't be naturally pieces of shit. Sometimes it's like that. Everybody's men can be pieces of shit. Women can be pieces of shit. Non-binary people can be pieces of shit. Transgender people. Everybody can be pieces of shit. Like it don't fucking matter. However you identify, you can identify and identify as a piece of shit as well, right? But maybe you don't want to. Maybe you try not to act identify, but you really are. Who knows? Anyway, but yeah, she wants to make him break that thing. She wants to really she wants to fuck his head up, right? Because if he says he doesn't believe in doing it, then he gets a divorce. Now he's gone against his thing, and now she can say, "Well, your daddy divorced me." Like I don't know. I don't know. It's really a crazy deal. It's really a crazy deal. Should we? I don't like, and I'm not even saying Will's a strong. I'm not saying Will's a strong man at all. I think he's just. I don't think he's goofed out, right? On hoo ha's and woo woos, right? And because I don't know, you know what I mean. Put him in a coffin. Do you know how? Do you know how many niggas would have been in? Took Jada to a special hiding place for some shit like that, never to be seen again. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, right? I would hope though, but like again, can and I know you're gonna make these excuses for him. So let's say we all know everybody in here will be on a consensus. Let's take a quick poll: 0 for no, 1 for yes. Right? Quick poll. Do you think that Jada preferred Tupac over Will Smith? 0 for no, 1 for yes. Mm, it's very racist. Dakota. Oh, Dakota. It's at work today. And I'm glad you're here. I'm gonna show y'all something in the Discord this evening. Remind me, matter of fact, I dropped it in my notes. Dakota Discord. Got something about a young Dakota. Okay. So I mean, pretty much consensus. Oh yeah, but it hit a long time ago. So exactly. So the consensus is that Jada preferred fucking with Tupac, right? So that element is always going to be present in that relationship. She's never going to be fully committed to it, right? It's always going to be something. And I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. If that's how you felt, he should have just left her alone, divorced or whatever in the first place. If he was, feeling like, well, she's just making me feel this way. I gotta go get some hype on this. I like, yeah, she gonna make you feel like she gonna critique you. Feel like just leave the bitch and go get you some good. You Will Smith, nigga. You wrote Summertime. You was the Fresh Prince. Now you just played out. But anyway, so my thing is this: like, if he did deviate, I feel like Jada is the reason why. She led him to that. Like, I'm gonna use the women's argument on the women tonight. Well, yeah, he cheated, but Jada made him do it because she didn't make him feel loved. He wasn't happy, so he had to go. He had to go find him some happiness, right? I mean, she wasn't showing him any affection, so he had to go get it somewhere, right? So, again, I'm not condoning anybody doing. Like, if you're gonna do all that bullshit, look, just look, either you got to come to a consensus with your partner. Look, I'm about this type of time. This is what it is. So either you fucking with it or you're not. And we got to deviate, or you cool with it, and we, whatever. Or y'all work it out in your own right. But I feel like if he did cheat, if Will ever did do anything, it's Jada's fault. She made him do it. She led him to it. Right. This is a hard working man, one of the hardest working men in Hollywood. Historic actor. And she makes this nigga probably feel like shit. Everybody in the world cheering and rooting for you, right? Everybody praising you for all the great shit you've done, throughout your life. And you come home and it's like a black hole, right? Of fucking emotional drainage. You got these weirdo, alien looking ass kids running around. Yeah, probably, man, motherfucker might not even be here. Who knows? It look more like Jada than it. Jada got some strong little weird genes. You got these two weirdo motherfuckers, and you got this weirdo mom. Like, and I feel like they're conspiring against him like all day, every day. Like, they get together in the morning whenever this nigga leaves or goes on set or whatever the fuck he does, and they conspire. How are we going to ruin your father? Like, the enemy is inside. The call is coming from in the house, Will. Like, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. Mm, mm, mm. Young Dakota. Like I said, I got something for you in the Discord, sir. Anyway, um, but yeah, it's just it's to the point where it's basically Will's been forced to watch. Dog, what were they saying? They were saying something about what was it? What was the video? Old video of her and Tupac singing "Summertime" or "Parents Just Don't Understand" or some shit. Like, nah, this bitch is a evil, weird, conniving. Like, there are women who get off on being able to manipulate men, right? Like, that's their ultimate thing. And when they come across a man that they can't manipulate, especially when they've had their way with men, like, it's a thing to them. It bothers them, right? Now they become like on a mission. They wanted that guy. Like, why does he not fall victim to my evil spell? What's wrong with him? Well, bitch, I got nuts. Then I don't give a fuck about you, goofy sluts. But nah, it's like it drives them crazy, right? Especially a manipulative woman like that. When a man doesn't give her the attention she wants, and he doesn't fall prey to her games and her bullshit, like, it has that reverse effect, right? Because she's so used to it working, she's so used to being able to, you know, manipulate men. But again, a man who don't give a fuck, don't want nothing from you, you can't manipulate that motherfucker, right? Manipulation is always be involved. Somebody has to want something. for manipulation to occur, right? And it's not necessarily the manipulator is the one that's wanting something, right? Somebody always has to want something. There has to be some want for manipulation to be able to breed. Um. Anyway, so I say all that. I say all that to say this, and I'm gonna open up the line here in a second because I just want to know. I got a couple of thoughts, and I'll ask y'all those. Stop with these questions, and then before I ask them, and again, I'll share y'all's thoughts. So I look at it like this, man. Like it's crazy. I don't feel bad for Will because you went out to you slapped this bitch. You've been separated at that point probably about 4 or 5 years. So it was because he recently turned 7. So at that point, probably about 4 or 5 years, you've been fucking separated. Like, what compels you to look over this bitch you not fucking with? You ain't fuck this just bitch and just like and you just oh she's frowning. Let me get in here like let me go ruin my reputation. I'm not, bro, man. I'm told y'all, man. I'm doing like unless your immediate family, right? There's very little shit I'm doing for um a woman I'm not physically intimate with, right? And you can say it sounds callous and it sounds crass, but it's stupid, right? Because I just seen some shit the other day, and I don't know if it was a skit or what. Actually, I saw it earlier. And the dude took the chick to Cheesecake Factory, right? Took her to Cheesecake Factory, and when he took her to Cheesecake Factory, she talking about she ain't getting out the car. She's like, you know, this is you supposed to take this is a chain restaurant. You ain't supposed to take nobody to a chain restaurant on the first date. Like, and talking about this, she look at you missing some edges to be talking about you look this good. You got to be anyway. You want to have these kind of standards. You got to have all the accessories and parts. But anyway, um, so like I said, I don't think it's reasonable because the women nowadays, like bitches nowadays, be talking about cash app them before you talk to them. Bitch, you don't have that. Your conversation is not that good, right? Like, because again, I thrive on a good conversation. Like your body is nice. Bodies are nice. I like that. I mean, depending on my intentions. Um, but I mean, it's few and far between that I meet. I'm not even gonna get into it. We're talking about Will and Jay tonight. I'm gonna go off on a whole other tangent. Um, but yeah, it's like, come on, man. Like my deal is like, exactly, it's a fair exchange. You're getting what you want or what you expect, right? And I should be able to get what I expect. Like I shouldn't. That's a bad investment, right? That's like investing in a fucking risk junk stock or some shit. Like I'm hoping that this triples or goes up 10x times in value if I just spend all my money. And it's like then you hoping that you get some pussy from a bitch because you take her to a decent restaurant because she says she deserves. Like you just taking this bitch on a meal she can't afford to go on herself, right? And then she gonna talk down on you for you not being able to afford to take her out to a place she can't afford to go herself. That's the mindset of the modern woman, right? Anyway, give me just 1 second as we get probably prepared. I got the headset already plugged in. Give me just a moment while I get the voice together. Let me just make sure I have all my proper accessories. You know what I told y'all, how we gonna start rocking when the phone line comes on. So again, if you ain't pre-rolled, you out of control. How many of y'all remember that? How long has it been since you heard that shit? If you ain't pre-roll, you out of control, baby. Oh man. Yeah. And that's the crazy thing. And that's the one thing I'm like, because nowadays, if you try to have a basic conversation with a woman, it's not even that you're trying to do anything, you're not talking down or whatever it is, like you can't it's crazy, right? It's just super crazy. We were talking about it the other day about why men aren't approaching women the same way. And women look, well, the men, they're on like y'all. I wish y'all would look, women. I wish y'all would start looking to your left and to your right. Like look to your left and look to your right. Look at the women that you associate with. Look at the women right, and then take a real look at them. Like look at women through a man's perspective. Like take a day and just like I don't know, go get on a date app, go get on a some, make a fake fucking profile, right? Go make a fake fucking profile as a man. Go get you an AI to make you a profile picture. Make a fake man profile. Like I'm encouraging women to do this. Go make you a fake man profile. And don't make it like the best looking dude. Don't try to make it like the super awesome Chad dude. Go make a fake man profile that's like an average man, and go try to talk to women. Right? Go try to talk to women for like just, and you ain't got to do it all day. Just like go like some pictures. You ain't got to be serious about it. Just try to get responses from, and then talk to them. Try to have a non. It don't even have to be a sexual conversation. Try to have a conversation about what I say, dreams, hobbies, and goals. Right? Try ask one what their dreams, hobbies, and goals are nowadays. Go try to do that and see what kind of conversation you get back. Like women nowadays can't have conversation. They expect you to lead the conversation, to carry the conversation. Really, they want to be entertained, right? And they don't add very much to the conversation. They just want to be entertained. And so it is very, very difficult when it comes to dealing with modern women. And I don't know how I got back on the modern women topic. It's because of Jada. Jada is the evil queen of the modern bitches. So there's that. The red table queen. All right. Oh shit. Let me open up the line. I've been rambling. And yeah, I'm gonna drop this. Give me 1 second. Let me get the blickety. Let me open up the loving it. That's an Astros, but that was a good fucking game. Oh, that's why. That's why. That's why it's been doing that dumb shit. My bad. I knew. I had a feeling. My bad. Hold on. No, I see we got a call coming in. Jet. I had a feeling. I had a fucking feeling. I knew that fucking shit was fucking that shit up. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to
Hello?
the den this evening? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hold on. Oh, my bad. God damn it. See, look. Players fuck up. Hold on 1 second. All right, hold on. See, I thought I had the shit plugged up. Got my damn thing, but I ain't got the shit plugged up. All right.
Yeah, hello? Hello? Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go. I don't know what the
hold
hell.
on 1 second. It's still coming out the. Oh, no one. I got it on the wrong deal. Give me 1 second. Players fucking up. In progress. There it is. Headphones. Okay. All right, my bad. What's the motherfucking deal? We got called into the den this evening.
Man, this wink, bro.
What's on your mind, Mr. Wink? How you feeling with this new little tidbit of information? Does it change the way that you viewed the interaction between Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and Chris Rock? And then Will Smith and
Bro,
Jada overall.
it really shows how fucking diabolical she really is, bro.
Hmm, that's a
And
great way.
only from this standpoint, because it was a news clip that was played, and a guy was actually reacting to what she had said when the whole Chris Rock debacle, and this bitch went she said she thought it was a skit. And she said she didn't know how serious it was when he clearly, I don't understand his standpoint because I can't even really believe that what she's saying is a two-way street. I think she's just doing whatever the fuck she wants to do, and he's waiting to be loved by a woman that he knows that doesn't want him. It's that masochistic thing by you want who you can't have. And he's just completely wasting his time. His children are completely raised. It's not like I honestly believe a man like that is not moving on from a woman because he either doesn't want to lose resources to her, but at this point, I don't even think. I think she's doing everything she can, and even my wife said this. She is so disrespectful, and she does this like, I mean, you done talked about your sex life, you done went as far as to brainwash your daughter, and then your daughter's out here writing letters to dead men that she's never met, who was in a completely different time period that she never even got to live in. Like, think of how crazy that is.
Yeah.
And then you would go out of your way talking about you healed your son by letting him fuck you raw for 4 years.
What?
Like it doesn't like August Alsina. Like
Oh,
it's just like, come on, you just taking dick from August Alsina and talking about this like this is Like this is, but but I it as sick as it may sound, her upbringing is real weird, bro. She is on record on Red Table Talk, bro, talking about how her own grandmama taught her how to please herself, and you don't need a man. Showed her how to touch herself at fucking 8 or 9 years old, and this
That's
came out
insane.
of Jada's mouth. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you fucked up. You
I'm telling
already
you,
you, bro. Like the guy, the dark dude from Crisscross.
yeah,
She turned him out because she used to sell dope. She turned this man out and sold this man dope and fucking was on some pedophilia type shit with him. She was like
oh
way
wow,
older than him, and she was fucking with this nigga when he was a teenager. She got a
yeah,
lawsuit that's coming up soon because the mom from Crisscross had problems with Jada.
yeah, no shit,
Yeah,
wow,
real shit. Like I'm like, she's a fucking documented sicko.
yeah. And see,
But it's
but
because
again,
her
we address
eyes
that people
got,
don't want
she had them little hazel eyes and she played Stony and she was Peaches. I ain't gonna lie, when
Peaches.
she was
Yeah,
Peaches,
Peaches
things were thinking,
excluded.
but I'm
We're
just,
gonna exclude.
yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna exclude
yeah,
Peaches.
we're
But yeah,
gonna include Peaches. Peaches and Lyric. Peaches,
yeah,
Lyric,
yeah.
and Stony. We're gonna include them three. Miss Purdy, she lost me with that weak ass wig. But
Mm,
yeah,
yeah,
but I'm just saying, bro, like I mean, but to her credit though, she told Will she wasn't made for marriage. The idea of love, she didn't think she was one of them women that could really accept love. And at the end of the day, she even said it on the Red Table Talk. She didn't really understand that Will meant what he said when he said to her that he had already divorced his other wife because she said she wasn't happy, and clearly she ain't happy with him. But even with those words of knowing that she ain't happy, because she told us to this nigga face, and he wants to be responsible. He thinks he like it's funny. One minute he says that he wasn't responsible for her happiness, but yet he wants to be responsible for her happiness. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a catch-22. It's like, why are you working so hard, my nigga? Bro, like that's that's not your responsibility. I'm not saying that you can't add to her happiness. I'm
yeah,
not saying that you can't be a great benefit to her life. You know what I'm saying? And by being what it is that you do best, and she be an asset to you in other ways. But maybe early on in their marriage, they really, really were cool, because it seemed like early in the 2000s, early 90s, late 90s and shit like that. And you know, I mean, I know some people would probably like to throw the fact that she's really not a relevant star, and the only reason why she's relevant now is because of her whole Red Table Talk, and which got canceled, and just her having a whole lot of bad press, and now she's writing books, and and all of this little weird shit. But she's doing it all at a detriment. You can't tell me, and my wife, and this is pointed to what my wife said. She's doing this because she knows she can, and she's doing everything she can to push this nigga away. She's like, nigga, please go.
yeah.
But he's just so stubborn, he just won't leave. And maybe in his own weird way, him knowing that, bitch, you going to be stuck with me. And I don't know. Maybe it's like you need me to hate me. I don't know, bro. Because people like to use people to hate them.
Yeah.
Um, It's like when you in history, like in anything, we don't even have to say all women do this. There's very few women I think that really can just move on from relationships
Yeah.
without hatred.
Hmm.
I think it's very few women can really move on from a guy that they really liked without hating him. Because a lot of women can't move on unless they either hate the guy or they've already filled the spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
very few women that really that you really see. Like, okay, yeah, there may be some exceptions,
Yeah.
but then they all exceptions though, right? They are always the exception, So I mean, and it's not really a knock. I mean, it's just the way that people try to portray themselves, and we all know otherwise. We come on, bro. You can hear women talk about it's the places that women think it ain't safe to talk about behind closed doors. Man, they know what be up. That's why. But they'll never dime each other out. They'll never give up the game and really tell the truth about some of the things that they do. But as far as Jada is concerned, honestly, bro, I think she just wants him to be. She's like, fuck it, I gotta deal with you. And honestly, a woman will stay with you. That kind of woman will stay with you as long as she feel like her urge of embarrassing him and shit is satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
So, however, in her mind, however many years she felt some ill will is how long she'll stay there to watch him suffer. Which is a sick thing. Like, I mean, when she doesn't realize the biggest thing that she could do is just walk away in peace and just lose contact with him. Just go in peace. That would hurt him more than anything to know that you could never be found by him or ever again, or that you happy with the guy. Whatever the situation. That's not you thinking you doing something to hurt him is actually hurting you because you're in a place you don't want to be, and you expending energy unnecessarily when it could be used in a direction to get what you really want. It doesn't make any sense on her part at all. But it's what they call it now. She's just living her truth. All that that living my truth shit. That new shit that's out now. Everybody's out here living their truth or whatever. But it's kind of weird, bro. But I'm not really. I mean, yeah, he is a corny guy. He's always been a corny guy. He was always Plan B.
Yeah.
He was always if she couldn't get. But women act like. They act like guys like Will Smith, while in his prime. Yeah, women may have found him extremely handsome, and of course he's a great actor, and he can make you cry at the movies, and he's box office, and you're going to go watch a movie with him every year. And he always saving the world, and he couldn't save himself from his wife. He's the very opposite of everything he portrays in a movie. But he's not willing to sacrifice. He's not willing to sacrifice himself for his own greater good, which is his own sanity. But maybe behind closed doors, maybe he going buck wild and fucking a bunch of hoes, and probably. But he can't. But that can't be the case, because if Will was able to fill his void with the way that Jada makes him feel, and if he wasn't invested in Jada, and he didn't love this woman, he wouldn't publicly embarrass himself at the Oscars last year. He wouldn't be at the red table talk giving this bitch any kind of energy. Matter of fact, it wouldn't even have been no red table talk with him. Would have been there. She would have had to explain herself, and she would have had to explain her role, and he would have got to sit back, and he shouldn't have had to say anything. He didn't have to, and because she still tried to downplay it and still put it on him.
Yeah.
She tried to deflect in every way, and he tried to halfway hold her accountable and like, nah, bitch, an entanglement? Like, nah, bitch, it was a relationship. Like, you playing games. Like, don't come up here and try to downplay what it is that you did, and then you want to claim like it was helping. You want it to feel good. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. We know what that shit means. You want it to feel good. Man, what the fuck? Come on, man. You're not an idiot. And he had to sit there and look at his wife tell him this on a platform that more than likely he funded. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many. It's so the terms of disrespect, bro, go in so many ways, just depending on how you want to look at it. And okay, even if you didn't respect him no more, then just do your due diligence, Jada, and just walk away. Because at the end of the day, you was an independent woman, right? You didn't want to be married in the first place. You didn't want to be no mama. This is your own words. So why can't you walk away from what you despise, what you know you don't deserve? a lot of questions, I guess.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we would have nothing to say about them. Nobody would give a fuck about them. I know it's some weirdos listen to this. Not necessarily our conversation tonight.
Yeah.
But if we would have nothing to say. Nobody could garner something. This wouldn't be a topic. But at the end of the day, what Jada and Will are doing is nothing that's different than everyday life, even if you're not a celebrity. You don't have to be Will and Jada to go through what the fuck they going through. I don't have to know them to know and see the embarrassment on his face. To feel the to feel the embarrassment for him as a man.
Yeah.
I can feel that. I can look in his eyes and say, God damn, bro. He forgot how to be Will Smith. And that's probably what she hates most about him. He forgot how to be him.
He used to be
because
Will
when he
fucking
was
Smith.
him, when this nigga was in Bad Boys 2 and Ali, shit, she was on board with everything. He ain't that no more. He ain't I Am Legend Will Smith no more. Hell, he ain't even the Will Smith that was in that movie Focus with that white girl that they say that he was fucking around with. You know, the one that played Harley Quinn, the fine one with the big lips?
Yeah.
He probably ain't even that Will Smith no more. Not in her eyes, which is why she doing what she doing. I'm not saying that's the whole reason, but I can't say that doesn't probably play a small part. I mean, you know, women get the ick by all kinds of bullshit. And you mean to tell a woman like that who was with this and with that, and at the end of the day, it definitely hurts him now because his whole brand is hurt. His whole manhood persona is hurt by he doesn't have the respect of men anymore. If he doesn't have the respect of men, he damn sure don't have it of women. Which is why he's weak, which is why he's a simp, which is why he's a fool, and he's the fresh simp, and all of this shit. And then the motherfuckers wasn't making jokes and saying shit like this. Like I always thought like he was a little lame and he was a little corny. I never thought he was hilarious like that. But at least I had respect for him though.
Yeah.
I had respect for him. And now that shit's out the window and he did it to him. In a way, he did it to himself because he let a soulless, you know, a soulless fucking when she would open and you can tell this shit has took a toll on their kids. The what's the little weird son, Jaden Cole? You don't even hear from him.
Yeah, that nigga was wandering around somewhere. They said nigga was like taking videos, just wandering in random places and shit. Like
I guarantee, man, that boy didn't suffer so much embarrassment. Imagine your homeboy got the nerve, or he could even flex. It ain't even the fact that he would say this to you, but he be like, bro, hey, you know, nigga, your mama pussy good, bro. He could pull that card out on him anytime he want to.
Imagine talking to your partner about fucking hoes, you know, back in the day when you was a young man, you know, I'm fucking older, but then you know your partner talking about your mama. That shit will fuck you, nigga.
Like, and you know this
even...
nigga. The worst part about it is that they lived in this niggas lived under the same roof as the house he grew up
in. Yeah.
And you was fucking this. I'm like, come on. That's sick. That's sick. It's a lot of women out here who compete with their daughters.
Yeah.
Bro, my wife suffers from that. Nigga, my wife, bro, my fucking mother-in-law is a soulless piece of shit.
Yeah.
She's fucking disrespectful out of this world, bro. She thinks because you're a mother that somehow you get to talk to grown-ups a certain way and you treat them like children even though they got the same responsibilities you once had. And it's fucking sick. It's sick and it's weird.
That's the thing that people don't want to talk about, though. But I mean,
bro, I see how mothers treat their daughters, bro, and it's not good. It's not good. And people I'm getting into a whole other conversation by saying that But bro, it's not good, bro.
Yeah, but people don't want to talk about it. It's a major
No,
issue
women
because
don't want to talk about it. No, let's be real
oh yeah,
specific
yeah,
about that.
yeah,
No,
yeah. You're
women
right.
don't want to talk
Yeah,
about it.
but
Fuck
see, but the
that.
thing is, but if you talk to them individually, they'll be very, very fucking honest with you. But when it comes to
Oh
a
yeah.
public forum, they don't want to. Women don't ever want to be seen
No.
by other women as talking negatively about women, right? For whatever reason, it's not a good look. It's not helping because that's why these problems get overlooked and they get swept under the rug because we give women so much. Y'all are human beings. We're all human beings when it comes down to it, right?
What?
But we give these extra excuses and leeway when it's really not helping. It's actually y'all are suffering more because of
Right.
this, right? And
Right.
so, it's wild. But it's a lot of women. I know a lot of them who have terrible relationships with their mothers, right? And that's
Yeah.
a wild thing.
It's a lot. Bro, how many years have I called in and I've always said this thing, bro? Women love to protect their trash. And if you need to know what I mean by that, I know you know I know what
Yeah,
I mean by that.
yeah,
But for anybody that's never heard my voice before tonight or really doesn't have an insight of what I mean when I say that, women take up for the very women they despise all the time. I would never take her for a dude that preys on another man's woman and I don't look at him as a fucking enemy and other men like me that have something that they cherish is going to allow a fucking entity like that to be able to cause a chink in the armor. Because he's a fucking detriment to every man out there, not just one. Not just one. But women will hang around them same chicks. They'll say that they can do this and they can do that, and they admire what they do from afar because they really want to be on that same shit, but they don't want what comes with being a whore. Like it's just like old buddy from the Chappelle Show said, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
yeah,
They want to be hoes, but they don't want to be called hoes. Oh, I'm still a lady.
yeah.
Treat me like a lady. No, I'm gonna treat you like the smut you are.
Yeah. It's always
I'm
gonna
not
be a
calling
trade-off.
anybody that, but like you can't take up for us. You can't. You're looked at no different because at the end of the day, who you assimilate and who you hang around, you get that. You get that too. If you hang with crackheads, if you are seen with crackheads every single day, even though you don't smoke that, sooner or later people are going to assume naturally you take part in that because of the company you keep.
Yeah. Why
Birds
would
of
you
a
be around them?
feather flock together is not a saying just to be saying that. It's not by mistake. And more often than not, if that statement tends to hold up.
People not gonna associate with shit they don't necessarily fuck with. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? It's just a
I I,
natural human
I don't get it.
reaction. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand being around somebody you don't like. From a male point of view, I could never hang out or be around a nigga, man, who gonna be there? Because when certain people ask you certain shit, man, you just have to know, man, who gonna be there? Who gonna do this? Who doing that? Because you know some of your partners, like you know your partners to a fault, and at the end of the day, you know the ones you can't go out with because you know, nigga, when this nigga go out, bro, it's gonna be some shit. And he can't hold his liquor, he's either broke, nigga, he gonna embarrass you, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that, you know. And I'm not finna sit here and act like it ain't a bunch of weird niggas out here, bro. Like niggas who go out here and try to pull chicks. Now, if she just go out of her way to embarrass you and be rude, and you say something back to her, I can't fault you for that. But if a woman's turning you down calmly and she's respectful, she say, "No, I'm not really interested, but I do appreciate and I thank you." And you be like, "Yeah, bitch, I didn't want you anyway, bro." Niggas like that is
That's like
super weird
weird.
to me.
Yeah,
That's
that's
weird. Like wait, what? Like, what is that? What is that for? You're not proving nothing to nothing. Like, you make yourself look crazy, bro. Dirty macking on the next man and trying to put salt on the door. I ain't gonna do nothing but intrigue the woman you telling that shit to even more because she ready to see what it's really about. Test your theory.
yeah.
You talking this nigga, oh, I got to find out now. I already had kind of And nigga, you just up and volunteering some shit that I ain't even asked for. I got to see it. More than likely, hey, you know, that's just your way of just showing. But women can pick up on that shit. They know.
Yeah.
They know. They're very good at that. They're very good at that. They're very good at that. Women can pick up on body language. Women can pick up on a lot of shit. But what a lot of women can't do is they can't separate themselves from the women they wouldn't want around their man. They'll take up for her quick. If they don't want to say nothing, but we don't know their relationship. We don't know. Duh. But it's news for a reason. I'm not invested, but just because you say something about it, and if you give an opinion, somehow you care about it. No, but it's just something that you see in everyday life. It's just something you see. It's a commonality, and social media don't do nothing but make it way more worse. You can't have TikTok. You can't have Twitter. You can't have Instagram. You can't have YouTube. You can't have Discord without having these conversations and somebody not going to have an opinion about it. Otherwise, why would you even be on any of the platforms if you don't want to have a conversation?
Yeah.
Why post something if you don't want people to talk about it?
Well, people expect that they can put things online and only get the good. That they should only be told good things. Like that's where, and the internet is like you could tell motherfuckers didn't grow up in the original days of the internet, the original days of internet gaming, because it wasn't no safe spaces. It wasn't no privacy. It wasn't no report this person for cuss. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't no, and you had to deal. And if you didn't like it, guess what?
You know how many white slaves you know how many white slaves I had on Halo niggas, Halo 3 niggas? You know how many of them niggas called me niggas and porch monkeys and all of that shit? You know how many white slaves I had, nigga?
You was playing against Miss Bell?
Nigga, what? Come on, bro. I had to hit up with the dagger in the back, nigga. I had the ninja mask on, nigga. I goon dropped her ass. Nigga, I hit her with a sticky bomb, nigga. She flew off stage. That's everybody come on, man. My days, bro. Facebook when you had to be in college, like nigga, I was at TSU, nigga. When Facebook came out, nigga, when you had to be a college student to be on Facebook. That's why when I ended up watching the social media movie, I'm like, nigga, I had Facebook, nigga, for years. I had Facebook from 2004, nigga, and I didn't get back on that bitch till about 2008 or something like that.
Yeah.
I still had my login, so it was just like it ended up becoming a whole public thing where any and everybody could have it. But like, bro, that was strictly for college students. I remember that.
Yeah.
It's like, boom, I was a part of history. I was actually a part of it, nigga, when you had to have college credentials, be verified through the school and everything. It was a whole process to get on Facebook back then.
Yeah, matter of fact, it wasn't even at U of H. I remember my partner, my nigga Rick, had told me about this. He was like, yeah, my partner, he gave me the login over here. I think he was somewhere. He's like, look at this shit. He's showing the shit. And I'm like, what? I said, why we ain't got this shit? We tried to get on. They was like, man, you got to, because they were doing it campus by campus. And so I started reaching out. Like he told me, so I started reaching out to a couple of people in different networks I was in. And I'm like, look, everybody got to mail Facebook and say, hey, we want to get this shit. Motherfuckers like, nah, they ain't gonna do it. We tried to do that shit before. They ain't gonna do it. Man, that shit was on like the next day. Within 48 hours, nigga, the fucking U of H had Facebook. Like that's how that's like how early on of adoption of this old shit was. Like motherfuckers don't know how this shit came about. But back in AOL, back in the ASL days and shit like that. Like
bro, the dial-up days?
What?
Bro, what?
That was the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, it was, bro. Being on MySpace trying to nigga create a whole playlist and friends and bro, your fucking background page, nigga, like was delicious and people from fucking Flavor Flav. Mine was and they go like so fine.
MySpace, bro. MySpace was some crazy shit. It wasn't
bro.
no DMCA. It wasn't no song warnings and all that shit back then. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, yeah. Oh man, hey, have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen the thing? I got to double verify how true it is, but I've seen a couple places mention it. Have y'all seen what my nigga Kanye done did?
no,
Th-
about what?
This nigga Kanye went and apparently, allegedly, has put up 26 trademarks uh, pertaining to the word use. So replacing the J in the other word with a Y. So apparently he must have something in the works. You know, Kanye always up to some weird shit. So
We,
I'm, I'm just interested to see where he's going with. He probably trying to start his own religion, get some more tax free shit. I fuck it, hey guy, look, he always do some spaz ass shit, some just off the wall ass shit,
yeah.
but it's always it's a purpose, and if you really paying attention to what he's like, I see what he's saying and I fuck with it. He's just doing it in a way that maybe ain't the best way to get the point across. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I be looking at this thing.
I don't know, bro.
Oh, Trill in here? What's Trill doing? Go park your truck, nigga, and order some DoorDash. Yeah. So yeah, it's a wild world, man. But yeah, Jada's it's in the eyes, man. You know, they say the eyes are the window to the soul. It's always been in her eyes. She always had something that just seemed like she was a little off. It's a lot of bras like that. They got them eyes that just. But see, them same ones that got them kind of eyes though. Those eyes are like they're mesmerizing. You know what I'm saying? At the same they're like they kind of like it's a temptress eyes. You know it's something bad on the
Yeah,
backside of that shit, but it's
yeah,
tempting, and you can easily get tempted. And if you ain't strong, you can get caught up in a bad
yeah,
way and end up like fucking Will Smith. So
bro. I don't know, man. Like, hopefully, bro. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, you fucking get it together, bro.
man,
Hopefully, he just, man. Hopefully, he don't murk that bitch. Like, and
yeah,
he don't need to end up on America's Most Wanted, bro. Cause
bro.
I, I could see him, bro. Like honestly, bro. She better walk away, or hopefully he don't do nothing to hurt her, bro. Because she ain't even worth all that, bro. Just go on about your business, bro.
Yeah.
Go in the gym. Go work out or something, bro. Go do something, nigga, to relieve your mind, nigga, all the stress that she put you through, bro. Just go do something else, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, to create you a documentary, you know what I'm saying? Like, saying how you became what you are. I mean, I think it's enough people that still have interest in you, you know what I'm saying, that or still support you,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man.
Man,
He do
if
it
he
for
got right,
yourself, bro.
Will Smith changed my life, and that's why I'm super sad about this shit. Like I'm telling you, after I got
Man,
caught up in some shit, man, I took some time to myself because it was a serious situation. So I was sitting there, I was like, damn,
yeah,
man, I said I got to change, I got to do something different, right? Like, and I don't know what
yeah,
I looked up. I looked up this video on the internet, and it was fucking Will Smith. I want to say he was on the Tavis Smiley show or one of them
yeah,
shows or something, and he was just talking, and he said some shit, and I'm like, dog, I
yeah,
ain't ever heard anybody say this shit in this way, you know. And then he talked about this book, The Alchemist, and he just talked about Paulo Coelho, and he's like, read this. So I read that book, and it had me start thinking differently about life and my perspective on life, and life started changing when I started looking at things differently. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Getting out of mentality, and so like I like to credit Will Smith with that, but now I'm taking the credit back because this nigga been doing a lot of whole ass shit that I don't, I can't attribute to this nigga 'cause it makes me feel bad to even
Bro,
associate with him, you know?
but it still be niggas like that, bro. They still be having knowledge to give. Like Steve Harvey, yeah, he's a super hoe ass nigga that know the truth, but he a hoe ass nigga from this standpoint. He
Yeah.
know the truth, but he willing to pander for $1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he really be saying some real shit. He really know what the fuck the TikTok is, but He like,
Yeah.
man, fuck that. I think I gotta fill my pockets up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, shit, I tell them whatever the fuck they want to hear. It's gonna sell
Yeah.
books. He wrote that
It's,
whole book, nigga, because he knew he could benefit from a woman's misery, and then they the ones filling his shows up. It's very seldom, nigga, you see dudes up there, you know, in the crowds when he just had like his whole little show. I don't even know if he still got that show or not, you know, but it is what it is, bro. I mean, he got a job to do because
yeah.
his comedy career ain't taking him nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the thing. But yeah, did you see that little clip when it was going around on TikTok or Instagram, whatever, when somebody ate that nigga cookies?
When they ate
And
his cookies.
they ate his cookie like it was behind the it was like some behind the scene like I guess they was in his green room or his
Mm-hmm.
little room and shit, and somebody that nigga was
No.
mad, and he's like, man, you see how motherfuckers will do you. That nigga was Kings of Comedy, Steve Harvey. Like that nigga ain't know that somebody was recording, you know what I'm saying? You see how niggas take
Yeah.
your motherfucking cookie, you know, you feed niggas and you look out all you want is your that was a real nigga. That's how I know that he's out there. Like you said, he's selling people what they want, right? It's a
Yeah,
product. If the
bro.
people want to buy, he say it all the time when he get to. I got a job. I gotta keep my other
Right.
job or whatever. So it is what it is. But
I can't blame a nigga for being high for a nigga,
yeah,
especially nigga when you got your mouth fixed for something, nigga, and somebody else ate your shit, bro. Come on, bro. It ain't no worse feeling in the world, bro, knowing you hungry, nigga, and or you got a snack, nigga. You still got nigga a corner, nigga, some motherfucking ice cream, nigga, in the freezer, nigga, that you been waiting on. But it's your corner of ice cream, nigga. Your
yeah,
last little bit of Cold Stone, nigga, left in the corner, nigga.
yeah.
And you find out you look in the refrigerator, nigga, where's my shit, nigga? The last slice of pizza, niggas get murked over shit like that.
Yeah.
Over food. Niggas
Yeah,
like
and
niggas
the thing
niggas
about it
kill for their
is
food.
you can't even replace it. It's like it's because it needs to be that specific piece that I reserve for
Yeah, bro.
myself.
It's
Like
something about that one
yeah,
piece.
it's this is mine. Like, and you went took I get you now. I wanted that one. That specific
Yeah,
one is the
that
one I
one,
needed, and
bro.
you took it. Like you took a piece of me, man. That shit, it's fucked
Yeah.
up. Yeah, yeah. No, I for
Yeah,
sure feel
man.
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like
Yeah, so I agree,
you've
man.
been waiting to get back to the home. You ain't trying to spend no money. You know, niggas ain't never
Yeah,
trying to spend no money
yeah,
now that they don't
no,
have to. They waiting to get
exactly.
back home to some leftovers only to find out they've been thrown out. Nigga, who the fuck told you to throw that away? What? Nobody. Like, you shouldn't eat that. No, I want to eat it though.
Yeah,
Like,
like
what's going on, bro?
the flavor sets in. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta give it some time. Let that. That's what makes leftovers so good. You know what I mean? The food is
Bro,
good
what?
fresh out the pot, but when the flavor just has had some time to just marinate and sell. And even if me
Bro.
personally, I'm gonna put all my shit in the same little container. I ain't tripping. I don't be tripping on mixing my shit up. Depending on what it is, too much.
Right, right, right.
So all that it's gonna just kind of that smell and taste is gonna blend together for the right appropriate, you know what I'm saying, flavorism. You know what I'm saying? So when you go and
Right, right,
consume these
right, right.
leftovers later, it's gonna be just right, you know. So I fuck with leftovers long. I know people who will not fuck with leftovers. I'm like, man, you too good for me. Like
Man,
shit.
bro, nigga, that eat not every day shit, nigga. That shit costs, bro. And when you
Yeah.
young, you tend to do shit like that when you on your first or second job. When you still live at your people house, but nigga, you ain't, you doing good for yourself. But nigga,
Yeah.
in real life, you really ain't doing nothing. But nigga, you want to eat out every day,
Yeah.
nigga. That shit costs
Yeah.
bread to eat all fucking day, man. And you ain't just gonna, nigga, if you gonna eat, you finna, nigga, load your motherfucking plate up. You ain't finna play with it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Don't go nowhere where you gotta have your food waited or no shit like that. You like, nah, I'm gonna smash some of this shit, and then later on, I'm gonna eat the rest of it. Before you know it, you gotta spend some more money because you're gonna get hungry again, just depending on what kind of fucking metabolism you got. Man, quit playing, bro. Eat some goddamn leftovers. Ain't nothing like eating no leftovers, nigga, like some shit that you made that was kind of cheesy. And
Yeah.
nigga, and that shit get to
Oh.
sitting there and fresh. And then you warm that shit up the next day, bro. Don't nothing hit like nothing, nigga, that got some cheese in it the next day.
Well, like, and here's too with leftovers, depending on, like I say, you gotta reheat the shit. If you got time, you gotta reheat that shit in the oven. You gotta
Bro, you
reheat it
got
in
to.
the oven. Like the microwave, I get it. If you in a rush and you just got to, you
Yeah.
gotta reheat that shit in the oven because it just I
Yeah,
don't
you got to,
it
bro.
man, it's a beautiful thing. You gotta just really appreciate food. Food is it's an art. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't artistic, but that You gotta dig. Mhm.
Bro, when it's done right, bro. When
AB,
it's done right, bro, you
I
can't nothing
just
better.
got hip to it. I just got hip to the air fryer. Like I've had one and
Nigga,
not been
what?
using them. I just got it maybe within the last
Nigga.
2 to 3 months, maybe. I've just got hip to
Nigga.
the air fryer though. Like it's been
Nigga,
sitting
I
on the
could have
shelf.
put you on the app of the Ninja Foodie, nigga, the
Yeah.
8 quart. Nigga, I could have put you on that nigga in COVID. Nigga, that shit was the coldest shit ever, nigga, when
Man.
my wife, nigga, was going to Whole Foods, nigga, making that chicken that made everybody hungry. And when I got up off the elevator, nigga, she
Yeah.
had that shit smelling good than the bitch, bro. Out the Ninja Foodie. You making whole meals out that bitch. What you mean, bro?
Yes.
Like, what?
See,
You ain't never had crispy chicken, nigga, till you pull out the Ninja Foodie, nigga.
yeah. But yeah, see, I wasn't hip. Like, hold on. We can cut out of it, man. I don't know if he was moving around, get on the elevator or something. Shit, the number. Shout out to Wink, man. It's always a good conversation when I get to chop it up with Wink. The ninja. Shout out to AB. Shout out Professor Trio. Shout out to Be More Careful. Always good to see. Shout out to Miss Be More Careful. Let me see. If I miss you, I ain't dish you. 335, peace. You already know. Hiding. Let me hear. Rick Moranis, what's the motherfucking deal? Hey man, it's good to see you. I'm telling you, it puts a smile on my face when I see those old familiar names that I ain't seen in a while. Always good to see y'all. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, what's up, Untold? It's all an illusion.
Illusion. What's the motherfucking deal, man? What's on your mind this evening, Mr. Illusion?
Well, I figured I should call tonight and not tomorrow because I'll get your shit shut down tomorrow.
Tomorrow should be interesting.
Figured yeah. But no, I think we treat Will Smith and Jada like they're normal people. Let me know if you start getting some feedback because you're on the speaker now.
You good, so good, man.
Okay. They're not regular people. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a regular relationship with just some regular ratchet ass woman. They're arranged. And did you know that the word hypocrite comes from the word actor in Greek?
No, I didn't know that.
So the word hypocrite originally was used for the word actor. So in, the Greek Empire, we would call Will Smith a hypocrite, not an actor. And we could probably still call him that now. But Will Smith, do you remember how he got famous?
What was it from the song? Was the music first that got him famous?
Yeah, he was when he was a teenager, he was rapping with DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
And that's how Will Smith got on. So he was a kid. And then do you remember who executive produced The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No, I do not.
Quincy Jones.
Okay, yeah.
And two people with the last name that ends in Wixie because they're from a certain area that YouTube and other places don't want you talking about.
Mm.
And then later on throughout the course of the show, other people executive produced it once they got it going. And then the show is called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Bel, the dragon, the prince of the power of the air. So in ancient times, and still currently today, for the past, probably 40, 50 years, really since TV started becoming more than just a source of information, when it became the way that people started bonding and shit like that. We've been living in that time of like the Roman Empire whenever they would send the citizens to the circus. So Will Smith, and you could tell he's involved in the secret society shit Back, in ancient times, they used to tell their stories and shit, and their ancient stories, their mythological stories, their spiritual stories. They used to tell it through like art, through plays, through music. Same shit we do now. So you could tell he's involved in all that weirdo shit because look at what happened to his kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jaden was a normal kid. Like Jaden was actually a pretty talented actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did a great job in The Karate Kid, in The Pursuit of Happiness. How young he was, he did a really good job. And now, no telling what they've let happen to him and Willow between the two of them sick people. I mean, it's just they're like Dwayne Wade and Gabriel Union.
Yeah.
Yes, Gabriel, not Gabriel. Gabriel. There's a reason that Gabriel can't have babies. But they're like them, but they've been together for way longer. So they've had way more time to be disgusting together. And so he's just going through the humility. He's just having to go through the portion of his role that now it's time for him to pay for everything he's been gifted and granted. These aren't normal people, but it's good to see it because you can use it as a microcosm and a macrocosm for what the experience between men and women is like right now anyway, which they have a lot to why that's the experience we have right now. They're part of pop culture.
That's the comparison to D Wade and Gabriel. That's very interesting. They have been doing it for quite some time, and the fact that you mentioned the two movies, what's the name? I forget he was a young actor, and he played a solid role in both of those. And you couldn't be the weirdo that you are now as a kid, and be able to play the way that he did. Because now he's like I don't know if he got some screws loose or something. Like he's not even all there. Like his mind is just out of there. But yeah, I definitely have to believe some things took place within that house. Because they had the daughter. What was it? Some years ago, I think she was 14 or 15. They had her posing in some kind of ad with like a grown man, and they were like laid up in bed and shit, like on some weird shit. So yeah,
I didn't even know that. Damn.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a few years back. That's kind of when I won't say I first started paying attention. I really didn't care, but I just know, okay, well, the Smiths on some weird shit, and then more and more things started happening. You kind of we figure out, well, this is where we are now. But yeah, so it's definitely some shit been going on, and those people on the West Coast consider themselves very progressive. You already got people letting kids pick out shit that you can't pick out. And these are the same kids that can't even pick out their favorite color, or tie their shoes or do basic things.
Right. Right. How do you know what your gender or your preference is before you even know like what you want to do for a career? Like, like what like you said, even something as simple as what your favorite color is.
Yeah. It's just it's a wild world. Like, and I think you have a lot of people who are still oblivious to it because they're so caught up, being entertained, that they think that people are exaggerating when you say the things you say. Like, I used to think people were exaggerating when they said the things they said, but then I started to see it. Like when I stepped back and kind of really start paying more attention. I'm like, whoa, it's really some real wild shit going on around us, and it's orchestrated. So it's a crazy deal, man. It's definitely
well, and the point of using the music and the acting and all that is because it's a form of spell casting. So, I mean, that's why it's used to control the masses. Yes, it's entertaining, but there's a reason you might wake up and have a song stuck in your head, and you cannot get that song out of your head until you listen to it.
It'll be out of nowhere. It'll be a fucking song you ain't listened to in 10 damn years or some shit. It's out of
Yeah,
nowhere. It's in your mind. Like, yeah, I find that to be a very peculiar thing. Like, why? Why does that happen? And I, when people say, "Oh, I'm not affected by music," it doesn't make me go out and start doing this and this. It doesn't have to do that. If you catch yourself randomly singing a song that you haven't heard, it's gotten a hold of you. I think a
yeah,
lot of us do it too. We'll randomly quote some TV show or movie line, but that just it's like when you're not even thinking about this. It's one thing when you're talking about something, you quote it, okay, yeah, but then when you just randomly just saying, it's like it has you. We've been affected by this stuff. We like to think that we are immune to it, but we've all been, it's impacted our being in one way or another, whether we like it or not.
And you don't necessarily know whether it's affecting you or not. Like, yeah, maybe you didn't decide to, take a stab at selling crack cocaine, or maybe you didn't decide to try to pimp hoes, but you don't you don't know what those melodies and those frequencies could be doing to you to alter your state of mind in general. Like, you don't know if that might have something to do with why you can't stop eating fucking carbs or something, or why you can't do your homework. You can't, if you're a child, if you're young, why you can't sit down and do your homework, or why you can't be productive. It's There's many purposes to put a spell on somebody. I mean, it doesn't always have to be the most extreme thing.
A minor thing can lead to major problems. You might not realize the source of your major issues is really something small. It's a small habit that you need to change, a small behavior that you need to adjust. You know, and it can do wonders for the outcomes you're having in life. But I definitely agree with that. And
Or,
it's every.
or, my bad, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I'm just agreeing with Shin. Go ahead. You continue.
Well, one thing it's coming to my mind a lot of times over the last probably couple years, but I always forget about it. The spells that could be casting could just be lust spells. Like, if you could keep a group of men consistently thinking about lusting after women, but not a particular woman or particular women in real life, but you can get them to look on the Black Mirror and watch these women and keep, dumping their life source energy into a tissue or a cell, whatever. You've got them pretty docile, like kind of like the average man in America, regardless if he's the situation he's in with Jada is kind of like the average man and how docile he's become in America. So that's another thing that the spell casting could impact. That doesn't necessarily have to be just outright destruction or chaos.
And it has, like I said, those those quiet effects, the quiet impact that you don't necessarily see. It has a trickle down effect. Those behaviors. It's hard to not. Excuse me, coughing up a lot. Yeah. And so again, it's just, but it's almost like, what do you do? I mean, what can you do? I mean, is there going to ever be is there a mass movement, or do you just look out for your own? Men, should they teach other men? Like, what do we do to prevent more of this from happening?
And I think as the truth becomes more clear, a lot of people aren't going to be able to accept it because it's easier to fool somebody than to convince somebody that they've been fooled.
Hmm.
So a lot of people aren't going to be able to accept the programming and the bullshit that we've been under for the amount of time that we've been under it. And a lot of very ugly and inconvenient truths are going to begin to come out over the next probably 5 years, 7 years, if maybe quicker. Who knows? But in the interim, it's up to each individual person to clean up their own home, and their spirit and their mind, get all the junk out of it, and be able to operate it at your optimum level for yourself. And then once you've repaired yourself, you begin to repair those closest to you and continue reaching further and further out. And it doesn't really take as long as one might think, because a lot of people are going to die. It's unfortunate, but it's what happens. A lot of people are going to die. Not everyone is meant to make it into the next world.
Yeah.
I think everybody just needs to be the best version of them as they can, and just be honest with yourself at all times. Like, a lot of times people don't know how to, especially men, they don't know how to look in the mirror and say, you are a bitch. But you don't have to be. But right now, in your current situation, you're a bitch. And then go through the process of no longer being a bitch. And men have to get out of this fucking mind frame that you want to vent about women all day long. They are what they are, and it's our fault that they're there.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if you as a man you make the most amount of money that you could possibly make in the most efficient way that you could make it, you take care of yourself physically, you try to make sure that you are exercising your intellect on a daily basis, and you are finding the connection with your higher power on a daily basis. The women that become attracted to you aren't going to be those kind of women. When you're having problems like this with women, because I mean, I've been through it with my wife. We've been together for a long time. Now, I've gone through some major changes in that time. I went from fucking selling 2 for $50s, trying to pay the rent that way, running myself raggedy, trying to move a half ounce a day, to being a Christian, to now have no religion, and I'm making more money than I ever have in my life. And if you think you go from one extreme to the other without having a whole bunch of highs and lows and growing pains, that doesn't happen. But when I had the most problems with my wife, it was because I was carrying myself in a way that I did not respect myself. So how can I expect anyone, especially a woman, to look at me as her protector and see that I'm not capable of securing her, but yet respect me?
Definitely. I mean, you have to be that foundation. If you're a fragile foundation, how can you expect to be, that for somebody else? But I do think you have to, fix your issues the best you can before you try to get into a situation like that.
Absolutely. And always be honest too. Because if you're one of them dudes that can hold down a job, and you're a half decent dude, and you don't have like hygiene problems and shit like that, and you're just like a normal guy, but you also are dishonest, like you enter into a relationship and you try to be like, oh baby, yeah, you're the only one for me, and blah 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 blah, and that's not true, because you're not a one-woman man. You're still a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be honest with these girls in all situations. Like, look, I love you, I care about you, but if you think that I'm whipped, that's not the case. Like, I'm letting you know what it is now. Take it or leave it.
You get a lot more respect that way. By being honest, you will get. And again, you give a person a decision. You let a person make a decision on how they want to deal with you. And you provide them this false idea of who you are, or you misrepresent yourself. You're being a manipulative person. You are being dishonest. And so I definitely agree with that. You should present yourself honestly at all times. You'll always get the best outcome that way. Whether you think it's the best outcome.
Yeah, because sometimes the best outcome, exactly, it's not what you want, isn't always what's best for you. Yeah, I just wanted to jump in with my, put my screen name to life. It's all an illusion. And the other thing about the Quincy Jones connection is, Tupac has been connected to these we can't forget that Tupac did lay ass naked, covered in gold, for a photo shoot. That he did come out and say that Quincy Jones wanted him to serve him so that he could have his daughter. Like, you know, there's gonna be some inconvenient truths that come out about Tupac, even if he is a cultural legend.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get to the level. Tupac reached godhood. People don't take that into account. Tupac reached godhood, and you don't get to that level without permission. But the whole Tupac, Jada, Will love triangle, they've been associated with each other. Will and Pac they've been associated with each other. So, you know, he was just an actor in that screenplay, in that portion of that screenplay. But Quincy Jones is a sick motherfucker.
Yeah,
So I have no doubt that. Say it again.
I say, yeah, when you got that kind of power and you're in that industry, especially when you look at the message that it puts out, and the people you're dealing with, yeah, you're dabbling in some indecency.
Oh, and don't forget, Chris Rock was on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air too, and he cross-dressed on there.
No, I recall that.
He played a hypocrite, an actor that he set up Will with his sister. Remember, and he also played the sister.
Okay. Yeah, I do remember. Oh wow. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Oh man, it's a very unfortunate situation. I was gonna say, I mean, that whole industry, man, it's odd because people do worship these people. They do treat them like gods. The way they idolize people, the way that they, and it's weird. I had one poster on my wall ever as a kid, right? Because that was the one thing about growing up, Joe. You weren't supposed to idolize. You weren't supposed to put posts. You weren't supposed to do any of these things, right? And
Right.
but like you would see that I had friends and they had, walls covered in these things, and it was a form of idolizing. It was a form of worshiping, wanting to be, like somebody else because they had the riches, the fame. They got treated a certain way. So I definitely see, the Tupac godhood comparison. But yeah, I don't think people compare that. They think worship is just a behavior that takes place in the church. But if you, kind of compare the parallel, the way you are a person may go to church and praise and study, Jesus' works and the things that he did, and you don't want to follow his footsteps. You got people who go out and they study everything Jay-Z did and they worship everything he did. And they want to walk in his footsteps, and it's the same type of worship. If you're caught up in this belief that this person is the way out of your situation or whatever you want to call it. So, I don't think people make that comparison, but I think it's the same thing.
Well, and they do it by giving people what they think they should be worshiping. So it takes away the distraction from what they actually are worshiping on a day-to-day basis. By giving people religion, it makes it harder to make that connection. Like, how much of my spirit am I actually dedicating to this person isn't even a thought that crosses the average person's mind, because they don't think they even own their spirit. They don't think their spirit is in their own care. And that's what's going to make it really hard for people to come out of the days that they're in right now, because they don't even know how powerful like you always say, like, humans do not understand or grasp the true potential that they have. And so that really just boils down to, like, all right, we're gonna take all your power away from you. We're gonna put it in this entity and tell you that you can never please this entity, and you're just a eternal piece of shit, and you're just lucky that we killed your kid. I killed my own kid so that way I could make up for what a piece of shit I created.
It's when you look at it, It's a crazy thing when you really take a step back and look at some of the stories and things that you're told as a kid. And I'm not, I know we have, believers and non-believers. So it's up to you. I'm not swaying anybody anyway. But if you take a step back and you look at some of these things, when we talk about, say, like, who are they? What are those people called? The damn Scientologists and their crazy beliefs.
Oh yeah.
There are some rough beliefs, some rough stories in the Bible too that are a little out there as well. So if you really look at them in context, so again, it's just it's what you choose to believe and what you choose to support. But I think a lot of people, even in the things that they do think that they believe, they don't really believe it because they don't really understand what it is that they're really talking about, or what they're really saying that they believe in, and what really goes into being disciplined to support your beliefs. A lot of people like to associate themselves with beliefs, but not necessarily execute those beliefs.
Or even investigate them.
Yeah.
Or even look into it. Well, why do I believe this? Why do I think this? Maybe I should look into this for myself. And then, like, I remember my dad telling me when he was little that he had a question in catechism, and they told him, like, don't even read the Bible. You're not going to be able to understand it.
Yeah.
So that's when he gave up on religion.
That's wild.
And then tried to force it down my throat because he didn't know what the fuck to do. He was like, look, you just need God, you fucking heathen.
Go find him. I don't know where he's at, but you go
Yeah.
find him.
Yeah. And now we can't have any conversations about God. Like, hey, you sent me on this journey, bro.
Well, hey, I think we all get a little benefit from it. I'm definitely glad because I definitely learned a lot from it. You have offered me some insights and some things I probably never would have even known about had we not had some conversations about some things. So that's what I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow's night's conversation and as much as we can speak about on the tube and the rest. We'll definitely.
Bro, I might not call. I'm pretty sure I'll get your stream hit. My little private TikTok channel, I only got like 400 followers because it's only people that I've like want to deal. I don't want to have a big following of people, but it's on private too, and I got hit because I was like, why is everybody? I'm not even going to talk about that. It's about the conflict, but
It's definitely a one-sided affair, but but it's what it is. It's because they're using all these AI things now to automate all the checks, and so they're not even getting reviewed by him. So if the words or a combination of words is put together that they don't want to be put in serious, that's basically what's going to happen, and they'll trigger that timestamp, and then if you do try to appeal it, a human reviewer may see it and they're like, we don't like it either because we don't agree with your beliefs. And they'll deny your appeal or delete your shit. So
and I don't even understand that level of brainwashing for that conflict. It's wild because without even having to say anything, if I came to your house, how long has your family, as far as you know, are they from Houston? Like, do you go back to your great grandparents?
They're probably. You got some people from Louisiana, Florida, and Texas, so it kind of ranges a little bit.
So either way, still like that whole little Geechee area down there. So imagine I come to your house and I tell you, hey, I have this book and it's the word of the creator of all life, and you're in my house. Get out or I'll kill you. Should the world expect you to be nice?
No.
Should the world expect you to never retaliate? And then over the next 50 years, you proceed to watch me kill your loved ones and kill your family members and force you to live in a pile of rubble. Eventually you're going to trip.
It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? It's destined to happen.
All right, Honcho. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow night. I'm definitely gonna be in there talking shit. I don't know if I'll call, but appreciate you taking my call tonight, though.
Absolutely, sir. I definitely appreciate you calling in and chopping it up with me this evening. Another great conversation. I always enjoy chopping it up with you, man. So I thank you for calling in tonight.
Same here, bro. I'll talk to you in the Discord
Good evening. I'll talk to you then.
later.
Shout out to Mr. Lucy. Always a great conversation. Always enjoy it. We're gonna do. We'll get ready to. Well, we got a few minutes left, right? We got a few minutes left, and let me put the Discord dilly in there. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
What's the motherfucking deal? First time caller, long time sleeper on mute.
Okay.
This is Rec Moranis, man.
Rec Moranis. Nice to finally talk to you. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Sometimes my shit doesn't translate on the internet, so I decided to fucking call in.
Cool. So tonight we talk about something we talk about a lot in the den, how bad women are and how terrible they are. They're the worst people on the planet. But seriously, more so Will and Jada and just kind of this situation, everything that Will kind of sacrificed and went through when he made a fool of himself, and then only to find out that they've been separated for 7 years. Do you feel like he kind of made an unnecessary risk or really made a fool out of himself?
Oh man, I really, I was hoping everybody else gets to steer the fucking conversation somewhere else, man. I don't give a fuck about.
Oh, well, that's cool. What you want to talk about? Holla at me, man. What you want to talk about?
I just wanted to make it quick, man. I just wanted to say hi.
Okay.
I never get on this thing. As far as the Will and Jada thing, I think, shit happens. Celebrities pop up on my shit. I'm like, wow, that's fucking great. I don't give a fuck. I give more a fuck about Chris Rock because he's a comedian and I'm a fan of comedians. You know what I mean? And like, I do like that he kind of like got his shit by going on. Like, I like that it motivated him. Sometimes you guess you need a slap in the face to get back on stage. You know what I mean? Chris Rock was just kind of chilling and he came out with a special out of that shit. But, I just wanted to say hi, man. See what's up. Get my voice out on the den. This really wasn't. I really was surprised I got through. I was like, I'm just gonna call. You got what, like 10 more minutes before you really hang it up at 11?
Yeah, but I'm glad that you did call, man. Absolutely. Like now, I can associate a voice with the commentary in the chat, and then hopefully, this may be the first time you call. Hopefully, it won't be the last. And I'm gonna be honest, like, and I don't like talking about celebrities. I don't really give a shit. I'm telling you, I'm on a mission to chase clout right now, just to get the numbers up. I promise. Once everything kind of gets, I just don't. I rather talk about odd stuff, more real life stuff, things that we can all relate to. But right now, like I say, I'm on a mission to do some real cheesy stuff. I will admit, but I can definitely agree with you on that. I don't give too much shit about celebrities.
No, I don't blame you for fucking chasing the cloud, get the numbers up, figure out look online, see what the fucking algorithm wants, man. Feed that algo.
Yeah.
Give it some cookies, man. I'll help you out.
Absolutely, I appreciate
that. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get back on Sauce too. You know what I mean? Listen to you guys fucking chat it up on. Heidi's trending apparently. But
terrible person.
I know, man. Fucking take your ass back to the Amazon. You fucking no 6 foot Euro jungle women on this bitch. Fire ass back to the jungle. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's below the Amazon, Argentina. But anyway, yeah, man. Like I said, I was just going to keep it short. Just say hello. Try to catch you on the Sauce or whatever. I want to go to the Houston game now that fucking they're worth the fuck to watch. Actually, okay, that's one. I'll steer the conversation that way, even though this isn't the platform for it. I will say I've actually fucking watched. I haven't watched a Texan game. I've been playing fantasy football and avoided watching Texan games for like 2 or 3 years now. Ever since Deshaun left.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been fucking. It's been a nightmare to even look at. So, and it's been a surprise too. It was actually disappointed. Like, man, we got the second best dude. I don't know, but fucking go CJ, dude. I don't know what to say. He's fucking surprising the shit out of me.
Light skin CJ is the truth, man. Like, look, I'm buying all in. Hey, sometimes like I said, sometimes the best outcome for you might not have been the choice that you initially thought you wanted. So, we
oh, I know it's a pleasant surprise, dude. It's pretty sweet. So, I'm gonna keep an eye out. But I'm gonna let you go so you can hit up the Discord. I'll probably go fall asleep. But I'll be on mute and I'll just be listening to you guys put me to sleep.
Yes, sir. Mr. Rec, man, I definitely appreciate you calling in, chopping up with me. Everybody did show Mr. Rec some love for a first time caller. And thank you for calling in, man. Like I said, I definitely expect to hear from you real soon, man.
All right, man. I'll try it again. If you motherfuckers be on here for 30 minutes.
we'll
sharing their conspiracy theories. Go start a channel.
Oh man, I'm gonna start getting things in line. Once I see that we're getting more calls and more people want to call in, so I'm gonna start soon getting maybe like start doing like the 10-minute time limit or something like that again. So definitely, I got you, Mr. Ray.
All right, thanks for taking my call, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, you have a good evening.
It's not nighttime.
All right, you too.
Later.
That's what's happening. I love that. We'll end that. We're going to call on Mr. Rec this evening. First time caller. That's dope. I like that shit, man. I like talking to all y'all, right? But like just somebody you kind of seen around, they call in and you get to associate, like I tell myself, associate them with stuff. When I be seeing y'all in the I'm probably a crazy person now that I think about it, right? I might be a crazy. Like, let me know if I'm the only person doing this, because a lot of y'all have been around here long enough to kind of know how most of each other sound. There's a few we don't know, but you might fill those in with yourself. But do you read everybody's comments in their voice? So it's like I'm reading this shit. I'm having a fucking crazy people conversation in my head because I'm reading all this shit like I'm y'all, like it's y'all and shit. And yeah, what the fuck am I doing? So that's what's up. All right. Let me see. Let me make sure I put the Discord link in. I don't think I did. I think I did not. We're going to slide in the Discord in about 3 minutes. So you know how we do. And give me the dibbly dooski. Oh, I did say the Discord link. It's right there. And put that in there. Make sure we pin that. Place the pin message. All right. And oh boy. Let me see. Yeah, Trill went to. When I heard Trill came dressed in all brown, terrible. Good night, Miss Grace. I think Miss Grace has the most fans in the den. Like from the den, Miss Grace has a lot of hidden fans in the den. Like there are people who don't really maybe like comment or be in the chat, but they'll listen to the show and they'll hit me up and they'll be talking about how much they love Miss Grace calls. So yeah, that's fun. Let me see. Blickety. There's a Discord link. Make sure y'all get in there. Y'all know the saying. As always, beat me there. Don't mean to beat me. Don't beat me. It's slavery, it's racism. But arrive ahead of me in the Discord before, don't arrive at the same time as me. Arrive ahead of me. Right? Yeah. See, when we say stuff properly, it don't sound as cool. It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Beat me there, don't meet me there. You should arrive ahead of me, not at the same time as I arrive. Doesn't sound as cool, right? It sucks. My slang is cool. But anyway, I just want to say I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all sit here and listen to my nonsensical, corny jokes for whatever reason. But I definitely enjoy y'all, and I appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all. Oh, what? Yeah, see, but I beat y'all. Y'all supposed to beat me today. I'm the first one in there. But I love talking with y'all, man. I love chopping it up with y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all for being a part of this. I thank y'all for letting me be a part of your life this evening, and for the many evenings that we have spent together. If you're new to this, well, this is what we do. Welcome to the den. Hopefully, you stick around and become a part of this eccentric, eclectic, I don't know, community. But we try to be friends in the end, but that's not. I thought I had a new. I didn't have. No, I had a new saying for the sauce. I have a new saying in the sauce. I don't have a new. I'm gonna come with a new den ending. But anyway, no, I'm gonna use old, right? But again, it is my honor. It is my privilege, but more than anything, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you each and every evening that we do go live. So make sure you are following all the proper social medias or Instagram, Twitter, or whatever, X now, @HonchoHDX. I guess I'm gonna fucking make a stupid ass Threads account just because it's fucking stupid. Gotta do it. All right, so I'm gonna just do that. Shout out to everybody who came through for Tuesday last night. We watched Lot Lizards. It was terrible, but it was funny. What else? I feel like there's something else. Go Astros. Go fucking Astros. Go fucking Astros. Kick the fucking Rangers' ass. I love y'all, man. I do. I thank y'all. Right? Y'all don't understand how much I do appreciate you and every one of y'all, man. The impact that each and every one of you has had on my life in some way, form, or fashion. Most of it positive. Some of y'all lets me know don't ever do that. But I fuck with y'all, man. So there's that. I tried to. That's why I said I tried to hurry up. We did like a short, so I didn't even do a full sauce, right? We did it like partially, right? But anyway, because I was like, yeah, I want to watch the game. That shit was great. Fuck it was so great. Like I know this ain't so, but it was so great because this is why the Astros game was so. Because it was like Correa thinking he's gonna get the chance. I'm gonna get the chance to get revenge against my old thing, the fucking Astros, right? That's what he don't talk like that. Like I don't have a really good Hispanic accent right now. I'm just kind of all over the place. But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get revenge. We're gonna come up. My little buddy's gonna be on base. I'm gonna hit this 2-run jack. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna be on the ESPN. I win against the Astros. We take them game fight. We win it. That's what he's thinking. But then Presley, after he threw his fucking arm out all weird and wonky, you know what I'm saying? Since some guy got him looking. Hey, bitch, yeah, I'm still fucking Ryan Presley, bitch. What the fuck you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all know nothing about that. And that shit was beautiful, like just to see, because like when he I can't remember if he struck out right before that. And he went and he fucking throwing his helmet. He fucked his helmet up, looking like crack my helmet. But just like he just thought, because he played a decent series, little bitch. But he just thought he was gonna get the, and just to like it's like it's one thing to leave him stranded on base, but just to leave him stranded in the fucking on deck, like that's just beautiful, you little bitch. Like yeah, it's just you know what I'm saying. Anyway, all right. Be more careful. It was especially good to see you. Glad to see you again. We've been rocking at 9 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday at least. Come join us. It's good to see you again. Always good to see you. We'll chuckle the deuce. All right, I'm in the Discord. I hear y'all coming in the Discord. Again, we finna get in that thing. And putt. All you niggas been talking that putt shit. Come get your ass whooped in this putt. All right, I'm going. I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Then, folks, hey, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the fuck up out of here tonight. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I do. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves, man. Take care of yourselves so I can see y'all tomorrow. All right. Adios. Amigos.